YouTube can throttle us.
They can suppress us.
But they can't stop a text message.
ICE off our streets sat beside the suspect's abandoned cart at 26 Federal Plaza, and there it is, the motive sign outside the building that houses ICE Immigration Court and the FBI office. That's where somebody lit up a Federal Plaza and called it activism. So stick with me because Tom Homan just ripped the Democrat script wide open. Now, we're learning that 2 people got hurt after a suspect poured liquid, stacked fireworks, and ignited them. And this happened, stacked fireworks and ignited them. This happened outside 26 Federal Plaza in Lower Manhattan, where ICE agents work, where immigration cases move, where the FBI runs its New York field office, and Kash Patel's FBI slapped this into a joint terrorism task probe fast. Why? Because years of Democrats smearing ICE as Nazis and fascists did not stay on MSNBC panels and protest signs. It hit the sidewalk. It hit federal workers. It hit civilians. And that's the line they just crossed. And breaking now, tungsten prices near record levels are intensifying Washington's push to secure the U.S. critical mineral supply chain. Tungsten is now a tungsten national security priority used in fighter jets, tanks, missiles, drones, and ammunition. Yet the United States has had no U.S. commercial tungsten mining since 2015. President Trump's Project Vault includes a $12 billion strategic stockpile alongside $30 billion domestic production and millions towards restarting U.S. tungsten production. Vault Strategic Mining, trading as KNOX in Canada and KNXFF in the United States, is reviving historic tungsten assets in mining-friendly U.S. jurisdictions, including proven former mines in Nevada's Great Basin, a historically productive tungsten region with reliable supply outside of China. The company cites a USGS estimate of roughly 168,000 tons of tungsten oxide and an estimated in-ground value of $30 to $50 billion. Make sure you check out the Next News intelligence briefing that's been linked below just for Next News viewers. Now, Tom Homan said, I can't even get a carton of milk without security. And that stopped me cold because you can hear the cost of this anti-ICE poison in just one sentence. Not just protests, not just slogans. Agents and their families live under threat. Now let's walk through the receipts. They can't spin away. So here is the moment. We have this from freedomnews.tv. ICE off our street sign and cart of items left behind by the suspect who threw an incendiary device at 26 Federal Plaza. Some of the footage now surfacing from freedomnews.tv. That is the scene of the crime tonight. And we have more. So this is the moment that the explosion went off outside of the 26th Federal Plaza in New York City around 8:30 this morning. Immigration agents, FBI rushing out, guns drawn, and FPS apprehending the suspect. Sidewalk shut down. Here's the moment here. I do not know how these guys get these videos so quick. Dramatic scenes here. 26 Federal Plaza. And we have more video. But first, here is the alleged suspect who is now in custody. We'll have more details on him in a moment. And here's another angle. Horrifying footage shows an incendiary device exploding in front of the Federal Plaza. So you can see another angle here. And there we go. Wow. And there he is. Looks like he's getting apprehended right there. What a moron. He's lucky he didn't get shot, to be honest with you. So here is the news as it broke on Fox.
So we mentioned the story a moment ago, breaking here in New York and Lower Manhattan. New video of the scene at 26 Federal Plaza. Now this was apparently, according to the FBI, someone deployed an incendiary device, as you can see from that smoke, and it's no small matter here. That building, so there's what appears to be, the individual taken away. A person has been apprehended. That was the information we had. That building houses the FBI New York field office. It also houses the New York Immigration Court, among other things. The FBI is saying an individual has been taken away, and the New York Joint Terrorism Task Force will now investigate. So more coming up.
Director Kash Patel, FBI director, weighing in. He said this morning an individual deployed an incendiary device outside 26 Federal Plaza. The individual is in custody, and 2 minor injuries reported thus far. The Joint Terrorism Task Force is investigating the incident. We have more details on that explosion. Eric Doherty says leftists need to stop launching attacks. This is now confirmed being anti-government attack by the Joint Terrorism Task Force.
Terrorism Task Force is investigating this as an anti-government attack. Take a look. We have some video from the scene as smoke was billowing outside the federal building in downtown Manhattan. So this is where ICE offices and immigration courts are located, as well as the New York City FBI field office. And you just saw agents took a man into custody. The FBI says 2 people are injured from this attack.
Around 9 o'clock this morning, a man with an incendiary device and some liquid, I don't know what the liquid was, put the liquid down, set some fireworks on top of it. It caused a little bit of a little fire. He was armed with a pellet gun. 2 people were injured, 1 federal employee and 1 civilian. Minor injuries. They are both treated and released.
And the reactions are pouring in now, Harris. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries said of the attack, quote, "Acts of terror and violence have no place in our city and will never be tolerated."
Well, your rhetoric certainly contributes to this. And now we have the actual video of the moment. I'm not even sure how people get this video, but here is the actual video of it happening.
Guys, oh my God!
And the takedown.
Get away! Oh my God!
Let's go back to that moment. Looks like he takes a 5-gallon Home Depot bucket.
Guys, oh my God!
I mean, he's lucky he didn't go up in flames himself.
Guys, oh my God!
So the FBI says the suspect who deployed the device has been taken into custody.
Around 9 o'clock this morning, a man with an incendiary device and some liquid.
We just played that. Okay, so let's go to Tom Homan's response.
Well, first of all, I appreciate the comments from Mandami and Jeffries, but too little, too late. They spent a year attacking ICE, comparing ICE. So let's abolish ICE because they're fascists. ICE are Nazis. ICE are racist. ICE is a secret police. ICE isn't a real law enforcement agency. Fail to comply with ICE. I see the signs every protest resist. So look, they have educated people that they can resist ICE, and the hateful rhetoric continues, which we've had some tragedies recently because people didn't want to comply with ICE. So this is yet another example today. What happened in front of the federal building is another example of attacking ICE. And I'm sure if you ask that person why he did it, he can repeat the talking points I just said that you hear from Democratic members of Congress, the Democratic mayors and governors who simply want ICE to go away.
So you have Homan, too little, too late. The FBI says the man accused of lighting the device is an anti-American, anti-government extremist. He's now been identified as 43-year-old former U.S. Army soldier Andrew Arabaka. Had anti-ICE literature on a cart with him and yelled derogatory terms at ICE as he was arrested, according to the FBI.
We take this very seriously. On his cart, he had a cart. He had anti-ICE literature on it. When he was being arrested, he yelled derogatory terms to ICE, used bad words, obviously. He is an anti-American, anti-government extremist. We know that from what he said. We know that from what he has said post-arrest. And we know that from what his actions that he tried to take today.
U.S. Army soldier, 43 years old, former soldier, Andrew Arabaka. Tom Homan getting emotional about the violence against ICE. This is what took place today outside the White House.
Guys, ICE agents are mom and dads too. They don't hang their heart on a hook every day to do this job. And it's just not an attack on the ICE agents, it's an attack on their spouses and children, and no one knows that better than me. I can't even go get a quart of milk at a grocery store without a security detail. Why? Because I'm enforcing laws in this country. It's pathetic and it's disgusting. Thanks, Tom.
Thank you, Mr. Homan.
Wow. He's just had enough of it. And Secretary Mark Wayne Mullen posting this banger. Good morning, America. It's a great day for deportations. Reminding all of us what is actually happening behind the scenes. Those are all Democrat voters there. Not going to be able to vote in the next election. That's why Democrats are so upset. So the DHS Secretary Mullen posted, it's a great day for deportations. And hours later, an ICE off our street sign turned up beside the firebomb suspect's gear. And there's your split screen. And I want you to sit in it for just a second. Donald Trump restored immigration enforcement. Tom Homan put steel back into the law, and Hakeem Jeffries, Zora Mandami, and every Democrat who spent years demonizing ICE fed the frenzy that snapped into violence outside of a federal building today. So Hakeem Jeffries and Zora Mandami, they need to answer for years of anti-ICE propaganda, not with some limp little cleanup statement after the smoke clears. Answer for the words. Answer for the mobs they whipped up. Answer for the culture that turned abolish ICE into fire outside of 26 Federal Plaza. The suspects in custody, good. The FBI and Joint Terrorism Task Force are on it, good. Deportations are still moving under President Trump, even better. So here's what we do. We send this report to the person in your life who still pretends that demonizing federal agents is harmless, and drop a comment if you stand with ICE and make it crystal clear that patriots will not surrender our streets, our laws, or our sovereignty to activist intimidation. And that ICE off our street sign is exactly the kind of evidence the platforms love to bury, so text White House to 844-840-4963 right now. Next News Network is inside the White House, and our nightly insider reports hit your phone straight from the building before YouTube can choke them down.
The system controls information. Information control is power.
They don't want you to see this.
The truth only survives together. They don't want this shared. Share this now.